Alright, so we are now going to load the 9620 onto the lowboy. I don't know what I've filmed and what I haven't. You're good. But at any rate, we had the oil cooler go on the 9620 the other day. Jared and I took the oil cooler out, sent it up to docks. He confirmed it had a hole in it. No big deal. By the time we got the new oil cooler, we were back planting corn. Jake came over, he put it in, and ran the tractor for 20 minutes or so to get things leveled off so you get coolant loaded and whatever like that. And he says, oh, it's good to go. So we were going to chop the following day, or maybe we were already chopping. We weren't chopping. We had haylage coming in, didn't we? Yeah. Had haylage coming in. So we said, well, that's good. We'll get it home and put the blade on it and use it to push silage with. So this guy here is taking her home. She got to making some noises, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
So he pulled it over, shut it off. Jared went up and looked at it. It was all in the last video I did. Rocky stopped. He was coming up through a fertilizer truck or seed tender or something, one of the guys from P&M Diesel. And he says, boy, that doesn't sound good. He said, I think it's coming from the upper part of the engine. So he said to Jared, if you can, get that valve cover off and see what things look like. So he guys took the valve cover off and didn't find nothing. Nothing out of the ordinary. So when I stopped in, they were just getting the valve cover put back on. We let it run a little bit. Started it up. I wanted to hear it. So that ain't good. So we took the accessory drive belt off, thinking that maybe the alternator's making some noise, or the water pump, or what have you. Neither one of those items. Air compressor for the AC. Nothing like that was making any noise. It coughed a couple times, and Fitzy here shut it off immediately. We're like, wow, that's not good. Went to start it back up, it wouldn't turn over. We're like, well, that's not good. So I went and tried it the next morning, and it did turn over. So we ended up getting a C5 back from the Allied Spring, the other one, the older one. Jared's got that on the lowboy now, and he has gone on up there, and we're going to try to very carefully get it loaded now. We're thinking it could be an eventful load job, and it might entail having to pull it on, push it on, what have you. But we're hoping, being that it is 6:15 at night, that it just runs long enough to get up on the trailer. And then we're going to take it up to P&M Diesel, and he's going to tear into it. So we'll be up to the tractor here in a few minutes. Hopefully we can drive that booger up on now. But if we're not able to drive it on there, hopefully it doesn't end up half in the road, half out of the road. So, but this might be a 3-day video before we're said and done. So, all right, we'll be there in a minute. All right, Jared's got the lowboy unhooked. The tractor's sitting right there. So we're going to hopefully be able to load this thing. P&M Diesel is just a couple miles over there, so ain't like we can drive it, but it ain't that far to trailer it either. So let's see how we make out here. We got this old girl back from Allied Spring. They ended up rebushing the rear end. This has a new way air ride, and she's all rebushed. What'd you think? I thought it rode a lot better. What'd you think? A thump? That could be a tire. Huh?
Feel this? Feel that? I'll feel it on this side.
Is it gapped? Oh wow.
This is wore out.
Oh. Well, gotta replace the front pinion yoke on the differential. So Fitzy came up here yesterday, and what he did was Doc wanted that oil filter off of it. So Fitz took the oil filter off, took it up to him, they cut it apart, found a lot of metal debris in the filter itself, and it was metallic. So they're worrying about major engine components that have contributed to the crap that's in the filter. We'll see what this oil looks like. Yeah, it looks like oil. So let's go ahead and see if it starts here. Well, who's gonna drive it? You gonna drive her? Or you wanna run the camera? So what we're hoping is that it runs long enough to get itself up on the, we probably shouldn't be in direct line of the side of the engine.
Probably not.
Something could come protruding out through the side of it. Well, I know what we're doing tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, not good. Oh well. Huh. Well, it's a no-go. So we know what we're doing tomorrow. We're just discussing things for a hot minute here. And yeah, it's not good. So yeah. Alright, it started. I don't know why, but we're gonna give it. it started, we were ready to give up. We're gambling with quite a bit here, because if this dies, we've got to get it now. And alright, we just saved ourselves a bunch of time for tomorrow. What the heck? What is draining out of it right there? It's coolant?
Yeah, that's what I saw dripping in the road, falling down too, not this much. That might also be water. Pretty uneven.
Well, what do you mean uneven?
You got a full tire on one side, only half.
Well, I could try to position it again. God, yeah, we're good enough. I don't know. I could position.
The front's sound decent.
Huh?
Going right up there.
Yeah, we better. We're loaded a little uneven, but we're just gonna leave it. Yeah. I don't know. You want me to try it?
I don't. It's up to you.
Well, we're loaded. We're not that even, but we ain't got time to shore it any better. If we had that much tire hanging off on the other side too, it would still be all right. So we're gonna chain the hell out of it, and we're going to get it out of here. If I start it up one more time and it ends up dying half on, half off, we're screwing around with this in the middle of the night. We're thinking about how we were going to do this tomorrow. We'd have to build steering lines and everything else, and we're figuring, you know, like maybe a towing company could get it, but we had the power lines. The power lines were right there, so if they came with a big rotator, we don't even know if that would have, if they would have been able to get in underneath it, or over the top of it rather. So we're in good shape now. We've got it loaded. It doesn't look too safe, but we're only going a few miles, and it's gonna do all right. So we'll be with you. And whoa!
What?
I don't know why it rolled like that.
Oh, it's gonna do that.
Yeah.
This is a lever action.
Got to put that pin in. All right, I better, yeah, stay right in there. I better block the tires. So we're gonna go ahead and get this chain down here. So keep going up. You can slam that. You just gotta slam that, Jared. There you go. All right, let's get her chained down and we'll get on out of here. Well, we've got her loaded. The coolant that was leaking out of it was coolant that when we drained the tractor, we drained it on a hill, and some of the coolant went up into the front of the frame. So that's what was going on there. So we have to get moving here, so that we got to get ahead of them. Watch your right side. well. Alright, we are on location here. We're going to push this across the road and unhook it, and we're going to come back up and help these guys, when they're ready for it, put it in their shop. So we were just kind of exploring our options here tonight. We were gambling a little bit, and we didn't want to interrupt these guys with their Friday night. We did go in and shoot the shit with them for quite a while. Good bunch of guys, my God. But yeah, so we're just gonna park it here, and then when they're ready for it, we're gonna come up and we're gonna help them get it off the trailer and get it inside their shop here. We will end up taking this truck back home, and what we're going to do with it is we're going to haul manure with it. Oh no, he can't stop. No way. Caught on the road with it.
It's gonna go up here in a second, but
where is it caught?
right here, right? It just started hitting right here.
Now is the easiest time to record it.
Alright, so we're into the next day here now. We got some rain here this morning. It is well into, well, it's 3 o'clock here Saturday afternoon. We just got back from unloading that tractor off the trailer. When I left off with the video here last night, I had to shut the camera off immediately because when Jared was backing across the road up to docks, he high centered the low boy and he got it hung up, and we had a little bit of a time getting it out of its pickle that it was in. We didn't want to monkey around with getting it unloaded last night because where they put it in their shop was in a overhead door bay, so that if the engine's got to come out of that tractor, they can come in from outside, pluck that engine out, and go about their business. But their other bays were all full in their shop. They're busier than hell. The tractor today, we were worried that it was going to turn into a fiasco getting it off the trailer, but we had it lined up straight with the door, and we could have pushed it off and done whatever. Tractor started right up. So started up, it ran fine. I only idled it, backed it right off the trailer, backed it into the shop, their shop, and they're going to get started on it when they get the time. They also farm too, and they'll get it figured out. We're leaning now towards a fuel related problem, but we'll have to see how that turns out. So what you guys see in this video, you're gonna see in the next one from the start of it here. So with that being said, that is gonna do it for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching, and we will Catch you at the next one.